So, what do you get when you save an entire town from a demon horde sent forth by the gods themselves? Immortality, endless wealth, infinite youth. Well, let's take a look at Princess Maker 2 and find out.
勇者よ、我はこの娘の守護者、火星神マーズ。その子は生まれてから今日に至るまで聖なる光の中で育ち、現世の汚れを一切知らぬ無垢な魂を持つものだ。たった今、そなたにその子を授ける。その子が生きるも死ぬも、またいかなる人生を送るかも、すべてそなた次第。すべてがそなたにかかっておるのだ。そう、すべてがな。では頼んだぞ。我は常に天上にありて、そなたら父子を見守っているぞ。
Thanks, I always wanted a daughter. But how did we get to this point? Well, you see, God hated the town so hard, but at the same time, he didn't really deal with it. He had other things to do. They were being all greedy and everything like that. He wasn't having it, but he also wasn't dealing with it. So, the obvious solution was to get a demon army and destroy the kingdom. Of course, you being the local hero, see this and attack the demon horde. The people are so grateful that they change their ways, and God finally gets back from tennis practice and sees this, so he's kinda like, I wanted them to be grateful, but I also kinda wanted to destroy them. Good for you. You know what? I'm all out of good gifts right now, so I'll just give you this little girl instead. And so begins the journey that is Princess Maker. Is it a good game? Are you happy that you received a daughter and a measly 500 gold a year just for saving an entire town? Kinda. But let's see what else is in store. When you first start the game, you're introduced to Cube, who is both your butler and the most evil person in the game. He essentially focuses a bit of a tutorial, something that will help you get through the menu screen that you're about to see. From here, you're able to view your daughter's stats as well as choose her diet, have her visit the castle if you see fit, and even buy her things such as clothes and armor. If you want to give your 10-year-old girl a knife, you sure as hell can. As you can see, you have her age in the top right corner, as well as that 500 gold I talked about before. Is this enough to help her out with classes? No. So generally the scheduling will have to include work as well as study, and you do not want your daughter to get stressed out, because that's when she starts stealing from you, like any normal girl would. So, how do I go about raising my daughter? Well, since I am 99 in this game, and back in my day the only work was an honest day's work, I put her on the farm immediately for 2 whole weeks, and the only time she gets a vacation is at the end. So before she can farm, the farmer introduces himself as Bangor, and then you're greeted by an animation that shows your daughter working over the home screen. These animations are quite enjoyable to watch, and despite the fact that they are skippable, I generally find myself watching them throughout a playthrough. They mesh so well with the music. And if you're a person who enjoys watching numbers, you would enjoy watching your stats go up as well as the money that you earn. Farming is one of those jobs that you will find yourself doing in the early game, especially if you're someone who's going for a more combat-oriented job, as it does increase your strength and stamina, 2 stats that you will need for combat. At the end of the month, I allow my daughter some free time because she has accumulated some stress, and the last thing I want to do is let her get stressed out. Like I said before, she will start stealing from you. And it can be the hassle when at the end of the month, Cube tells you that your daughter is nowhere to find, and she only comes back spending 500 gold. You know, that gold that you make once a year? Yeah, she will spend all of that money. So the game becomes pretty rinse and repeat after that. There are many events that happen in between each month. Sometimes fortune tellers come to your doorstep. Other times you will get merchant. But there is one yearly event that I find myself enjoying the most, and that is the Harvest Festival, which happens around November. During that time you have the option to enter your daughter into one of 4 competitions. Well, only one competition that matters, and that is combat. See, I had the bright idea of entering my daughter into the combat competition at the ripe old age of 10. That's right, she's ready to fight adults by then. Let's give it a second and see how that actually turned out for her.
この舞踏会はトーナメント方式で、組み合わせはコロシアム正門の掲示板を見てくれ。諸君の健闘を祈る。
私の相手は
ジェニファーはちょっと危ない感じの無知使いです。実力よりもコスチュームが人気の名物お姉さんですね。
かわいいわね。お姉さんがたっぷりいじめてあげる。ゾクゾク感じちゃう。まだ修行が足りないのかしら。
Well, at least now she has the proper motivation to win next year. I'm sure an 11-year-old girl could handle a combat fighting competition just as well as a 10-year-old one would. Maybe it's time to go back to training. Although, as you can see, you did have time to enjoy some lovely music and sound effects. It really does bring out the old and classic style of such a game. I find myself watching all of these animations, although sometimes I do skip through that whole combat thing that we saw before. Probably should have did it for the video, but I'm still new to this, so, you know. So, what does my daughter do after this defeat? Well, it's back to the farm for her, for there's no shame that shall be brought upon my family. I am the hero at the ripe old age of 101 now, and in a few years she may be able to leave the farm, but only after she wins a tournament, which she actually does at the age of 13. After which I'm giving an amazing sword that allows adventuring to be far more easier. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't really talk about adventuring. Well, there is a third option other than study and work, and I don't really count time off as an option, but I guess you'd call it a first option. And that option is to adventure out into 4 various lands. In each land there are certain events that happen, as well as dangerous creatures that try to attack you. Dying here is really not good, as it stresses out your daughter and it puts her closer to your butler. So if you do want her to marry your butler in the end, then definitely bring her here. But if not, then I recommend waiting until you at least have some skill in magic and or fighting so you could actually defeat the monsters that are here. While it is recommended to hide from them instead of destroying everything in your path, because doing so will increase your sin. And sin is a bad thing, because the more sins she has, the more likely she is to steal from you again. It's not very nice when she takes money from you. Although, if you are going for that kind of ending, having her win a fighting tournament and that 3K that I guess received will be alright if she wants to steal every now and again. That's if you're going for the Princess of Darkness ending. Well, there's many events that you could do in these adventures, and I hope that you find them all out on your own, because I don't want to spoil them. This is a great game. You should go out and get it. There's a Princess Maker 1 as well that I've never played, that I've been meaning to try. So if you want to pick that up after you complete this game, you're also welcome to. There's a third one in the series, but it's been receiving some mixed reviews on Steam. I would pretty much hold off until you read the reviews, or at least until they patch a few things that the community says is wrong with them. Well, I hope you enjoy my video. There will be an outro to my outro, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe while we take you to the outro's outro. Oh shoot, look at this, it's my outro's outro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am trying to do a mix of serious and comedical reviews, and this was one of my more serious takes. Don't worry, the premium reviews will still be back up. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.